Good evening, my friend. Before you turn off the lights and call it a day, I'd like to ask for just a few minutes of your time. What we're about to discuss could change the way you think about protecting one of the most precious parts of your life, your brain. Your memory isn't just about remembering names or where you left your keys. It's the collection of every birthday you've celebrated, every lesson you've learned, every smile from the people you love, and every experience that has shaped who you are. Once those memories begin to fade, they become incredibly difficult to recover. That's why protecting your brain should never be something we postpone until tomorrow. Here's something many people don't realize. The hour before you fall asleep is far more important than most of us have been led to believe. While your body appears to be resting, your brain is preparing for one of the busiest periods of the entire day. Throughout the night, it organizes memories, strengthens important neural connections, clears away waste products that accumulate during waking hours, and performs countless repair processes that help keep your mind functioning at its best. The question is, are you giving your brain the nutrients it needs before that important work begins? Tonight, I'm going to introduce you to 5 everyday foods that research suggests may help support healthy brain function when they're included as part of a balanced evening routine. These aren't expensive supplements or miracle products advertised online. They're ordinary foods. In fact, you may already have some of them sitting in your kitchen right now. Scientists continue to study how certain nutrients influence memory, learning, healthy aging, and sleep quality. Some of these foods provide antioxidants that help protect brain cells. Others contain healthy fats that support normal brain structure, while several supply nutrients involved in healthy nerve communication and overnight recovery. When combined with quality sleep and a healthy lifestyle, these foods can become simple but meaningful additions to your evening routine. My name is Dr. Morgan Andawala, and for many years I've been studying the connection between nutrition, healthy aging, and the remarkable ability of the human body to repair itself. One thing I've learned is that many adults over the age of 60 unknowingly neglect their brains at the exact time those brains need nourishment the most. Some skip eating altogether before bed because they're afraid of gaining weight. Others choose cookies, ice cream, chips, or heavily processed snacks that satisfy cravings but provide almost no meaningful nutrition. Many wake up the next morning feeling mentally sluggish, assuming that's simply part of getting older. But what if your evening routine is playing a much bigger role than you ever imagined? The encouraging news is that small changes, repeated consistently, can often make a meaningful difference over time. I'm not promising miracles. No single food can prevent memory loss or erase years of unhealthy habits. But nutrition remains one of the most powerful tools we have for supporting healthy brain function throughout life. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me your age in the comments below and answer one simple question. Have you noticed any changes in your memory or mental sharpness over the last few years? Maybe you occasionally forget where you left your glasses. Perhaps names don't come to mind quite as quickly. Or maybe you still feel mentally sharp and simply want to protect that clarity for as long as possible. Whatever your experience, I'd genuinely like to know. Reading your comments helps me understand the questions people are asking, and it also creates a community where we can encourage one another to make healthier choices. Now let's begin. Tonight we'll count down 5 foods that may help support healthy brain function while you sleep. Each one contributes something unique. Some help protect brain cells from oxidative stress. Others support healthy sleep. Some provide nutrients your brain depends on to maintain normal communication between billions of nerve cells. And the final food on today's list often surprises people because it's something many older adults have been told to avoid for years. We'll get to that shortly. But first, let's understand why the time before bed matters so much. Throughout the day, your brain is constantly working. It helps you think, move, speak, solve problems, recognize familiar faces, control emotions, coordinate balance, regulate hormones, and oversee thousands of automatic functions that keep your body alive. Naturally, all of that activity creates wear and tear. Fortunately, your body has built-in repair systems that become especially active during deep sleep. Researchers have discovered that while you sleep, Your brain strengthens important memories while clearing away waste products that build up during the day. Many scientists compare this process to an overnight cleaning crew working while the rest of the world is quiet. The better your sleep, the more efficiently those maintenance processes can take place. Nutrition plays an important supporting role. Your brain relies on healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, amino acids, and other nutrients to maintain normal function and support healthy communication between nerve cells. Without those building blocks, your brain has fewer resources available during its nightly repair work. That's why your evening food choices deserve far more attention than they usually receive. You don't need a large meal before bed. In fact, eating heavily late at night may interfere with restful sleep for some people. Instead, the goal is to choose smaller, nutrient-dense foods that nourish your body without overwhelming your digestive system. Healthy aging rarely depends on one dramatic decision. It usually comes from hundreds of small decisions repeated consistently over months and years. One healthier snack, one better night's sleep, one thoughtful choice at a time. And that's exactly what we're going to explore together. We'll begin with a fruit that's tiny in size, but incredibly rich in natural compounds researchers continue to study for their potential role in supporting memory and healthy brain aging. Despite being available in almost every grocery store, many people have no idea just how remarkable this little fruit really is. Let's begin with number 5 on our countdown. Blueberries. They may be small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, but don't let their size fool you. These little berries contain an impressive collection of natural compounds that researchers have been studying for years because of their potential role in supporting memory and healthy brain function. Most people think of blueberries as nothing more than a breakfast topping or a sweet snack. What many don't realize is that their deep blue color comes from powerful plant compounds called anthocyanins. These natural antioxidants help protect your cells from oxidative stress, one of the processes that gradually affects the brain as we age. Imagine your brain as a city connected by billions of tiny communication lines. Every memory, every thought, and every decision depends on those connections working efficiently. Over time, chronic inflammation and oxidative damage can interfere with that communication, making it harder for information to travel smoothly. That's one reason many older adults notice that names become harder to remember, or that it takes longer to find the right word during a conversation. Anthocyanins help support your body's natural defenses against that everyday damage. One reason researchers are so interested in blueberries is that many of these protective compounds are able to cross the blood-brain barrier, a highly selective filter that prevents many substances from entering brain tissue. Once there, these compounds may help support healthy brain cells and encourage efficient communication between neurons. Several studies have suggested that regularly including blueberries as part of a balanced diet may help support memory, learning, and overall cognitive performance, particularly in older adults. Of course, blueberries aren't a cure for memory loss, and they can't replace medical care. But they remain one of the most researched fruits when it comes to healthy brain aging. Timing may also play a role. Enjoying blueberries in the evening gives your body access to these beneficial nutrients before your brain begins many of its overnight maintenance processes. A serving doesn't need to be large. About half a cup of fresh or frozen blueberries is more than enough. If you really want to maximize the nutritional value, combine them with a source of healthy fat or protein. This not only makes the snack more satisfying, but may also help your body absorb certain beneficial compounds more effectively. That brings us to the next food on today's list: Greek yogurt. This is one of my favorite evening foods because it offers much more than simply protein. Most people know Greek yogurt is a nutritious choice, but few understand why it can be especially valuable before bedtime. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is strained to remove much of its liquid, creating a thicker texture while concentrating its protein content. That extra protein becomes increasingly important as we grow older. One challenge that naturally develops with age is that the body becomes less efficient at using dietary protein. Researchers often describe this as age-related anabolic resistance. In simple terms, your body needs higher quality protein to achieve the same repair and maintenance it once accomplished much more easily. Greek yogurt helps meet that need. It provides complete protein containing all of the essential amino acids your body depends on. One of those amino acids deserves special attention: tryptophan. Your body uses tryptophan to produce serotonin, a chemical messenger involved in mood and emotional well-being. Later, serotonin is converted into melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating your sleep-wake cycle. Healthy sleep is absolutely essential for memory. During deep sleep, your brain sorts through the events of the day, strengthens important memories, and carries out countless repair processes that help maintain healthy cognitive function. Providing your body with nutrients that support restful sleep means you're also supporting your brain's natural ability to recover overnight. Another major advantage of Greek yogurt is its casein protein. Unlike fast-digesting proteins that are absorbed quickly, casein breaks down gradually over several hours. That slow digestion provides your body with a steady supply of amino acids throughout much of the night. Think of it as giving your brain and body a gentle, continuous source of nourishment while you sleep, instead of a short burst that disappears within an hour. Greek yogurt is also rich in calcium, which supports normal nerve signaling, in addition to maintaining healthy bones. Many varieties are fortified with vitamin D as well, another nutrient that plays an important role in healthy aging. And we shouldn't overlook the probiotics. These beneficial bacteria help support a healthy digestive system, allowing your body to absorb nutrients more effectively from everything else you eat. When choosing Greek yogurt, look for plain, unsweetened varieties whenever possible. Many flavored versions contain large amounts of added sugar that reduce their overall nutritional value. Instead, sweeten it naturally. Add the blueberries we just discussed. Sprinkle in a little cinnamon, or top it with a few chopped walnuts, which we'll talk about next. That simple bowl provides protein, antioxidants, healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, and beneficial bacteria, all working together in one delicious evening snack. One of the things I appreciate most about Greek yogurt is how practical it is. There's no complicated preparation, no expensive ingredients. In less than 2 minutes, you can prepare a bedtime snack that provides meaningful nutrition while supporting healthy sleep and brain function. Remember, we're not searching for one magical food. We're building a routine. Small choices repeated night after night often have a much greater impact than dramatic changes that only last a few days. And now we're moving into the top 3 foods on today's countdown. The next one has been called brain food for generations, and modern research is giving us more reasons than ever to understand why it has earned that reputation. Now we're entering the top 3 foods on today's countdown, and the next one has earned a reputation as one of nature's best foods for the brain: walnuts. If you've ever looked closely at a walnut, you've probably noticed it resembles the shape of the human brain. While that's simply a coincidence, it's fascinating that walnuts contain several nutrients that researchers continue to associate with healthy brain aging. Unlike most other nuts, walnuts are especially rich in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, along with vitamin E, magnesium, copper, polyphenols, and a wide range of natural antioxidants. Together, these nutrients help support healthy brain cells by protecting them from everyday oxidative stress. Think of your brain as an enormous communication network. Every memory you create, every face you recognize, and every conversation you have depends on billions of tiny nerve cells sending messages back and forth. To keep those messages moving efficiently, the protective membranes surrounding each brain cell need healthy fats. That's where walnuts become so valuable. Their healthy fats help support the structure of those cell membranes, allowing communication between neurons to remain as smooth and efficient as possible. Researchers have also explored the connection between walnuts and cognitive performance in older adults. Several studies suggest that people who regularly include walnuts in an overall healthy eating pattern often perform better on certain measures of memory, attention, and mental flexibility. Now, that doesn't mean walnuts are a miracle cure. They aren't. But they can become an important part of a lifestyle focused on protecting brain health over the long term. You don't need large portions. A small handful, about 1 ounce, or roughly 14 walnut halves, is generally enough to provide meaningful nutrition. One of my favorite ways to enjoy them is by chopping them over a bowl of plain Greek yogurt with fresh blueberries. That simple combination provides high-quality protein, healthy fats, fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, all in one satisfying evening snack. Another advantage of walnuts is that they're incredibly convenient. There's no cooking, no preparation. Just measure out a small handful and enjoy them as part of your nighttime routine. Healthy habits don't have to be complicated. In fact, the simplest habits are often the easiest to maintain year after year. Now let's move to number 2 on today's list: raw honey. This one surprises many people because honey is usually thought of as nothing more than sugar. But high-quality raw honey is quite different from heavily processed honey or refined sweeteners. When honey remains raw and minimally processed, it naturally contains enzymes, antioxidants, flavonoids, and beneficial plant compounds that researchers continue to study for their potential health benefits. The key word here is moderation. I'm not recommending large amounts of honey before bed. In fact, just 1 teaspoon is usually enough. Used wisely, raw honey can become part of a balanced bedtime snack without overwhelming your body with excess sugar. One reason raw honey has attracted scientific interest is because of its antioxidant content. These natural compounds help support your body's defenses against oxidative stress, the same process we've been discussing throughout this video. Another fascinating area of research involves sleep. Quality sleep is one of the most important factors for protecting memory. During deep sleep, your brain strengthens important memories, organizes information gathered throughout the day, and performs many of its overnight repair processes. Some researchers believe that consuming a small amount of natural carbohydrate before bedtime may help provide a steady source of energy for the brain during the night. When raw honey is combined with a protein-rich food like Greek yogurt, the protein slows digestion, allowing the natural sugars to be released more gradually. That creates a much more balanced snack than eating cookies, candy, or heavily processed desserts before bed. If you decide to include honey in your evening routine, choose raw or minimally processed varieties whenever possible. Drizzle 1 teaspoon over plain Greek yogurt. Stir a small amount into warm herbal tea, or combine it with blueberries and chopped walnuts for a delicious nighttime snack packed with protein, healthy fats, antioxidants, and natural sweetness. Just remember that more isn't better. Honey is still a source of sugar, even though it's natural. Keeping portions modest allows you to enjoy its potential benefits while maintaining a healthy balance. I remember meeting a gentleman named Robert, a retired engineer in his early 70s, who became increasingly concerned about his memory. He wasn't experiencing severe memory problems, but he found himself searching for words more often, forgetting small details, and losing confidence in conversations. Instead of focusing on expensive supplements, we worked on improving his daily habits. He began ending each evening with a simple snack consisting of plain Greek yogurt, fresh blueberries, a handful of walnuts, and occasionally a teaspoon of raw honey. He also became more consistent with his sleep schedule, walked every day, and paid closer attention to the quality of his overall diet. A few months later, he told me he felt more mentally focused, more energetic, and much more confident in his everyday life. Now, everyone's experience is different, and healthy foods should never replace appropriate medical care. But stories like Robert's remind us that small, consistent lifestyle changes often become powerful investments in our future health. By now, we've explored blueberries, Greek yogurt, walnuts, and raw honey. Each one offers something unique: powerful antioxidants, healthy fats, high-quality protein, beneficial plant compounds. Together, they create an evening routine designed to nourish your brain instead of simply satisfying late-night cravings. But we've saved the most important food for last. In my opinion, It's one of the most valuable foods you can include in your diet if your goal is supporting long-term brain health. And despite years of mixed advice, modern research continues to show why it deserves a place at your dinner table, especially as we grow older. We finally reached the #1 food on today's list. If you've stayed with me this far, thank you, because this is the food I encourage older adults to consider more than any other when the goal is supporting long-term brain health. Fatty fish. I'm talking about foods like wild salmon, sardines, and mackerel. For years, many people avoided these foods because they heard the word fat and immediately assumed they were unhealthy. Today, we understand the picture is much more complicated. Not all fats are created equal. In fact, the natural fats found in oily fish are among the most valuable nutrients your brain can receive. The reason comes down to two remarkable omega-3 fatty acids called DHA and EPA. These aren't just nutrients that support the brain. They're actually part of the brain's physical structure. Think of your brain as a city made up of billions of tiny communication centers. Every memory you form, every decision you make, every face you recognize, and every conversation you enjoy depends on those communication centers working together. The outer membrane surrounding each brain cell must remain flexible and healthy, so signals can travel quickly and efficiently. DHA is one of the key building blocks that helps maintain those membranes. Without enough DHA, communication between brain cells may become less efficient over time. EPA supports the brain in another important way. It helps maintain a healthy inflammatory response throughout the body. While inflammation is part of the body's natural defense system, long-term low-grade inflammation has been associated with many age-related health concerns, including those that affect cognitive function. Including omega-3 rich foods as part of a balanced diet helps support both brain health and cardiovascular health at the same time. And that's important because a healthy brain depends on healthy blood flow. Every second of every day, your brain requires a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through your bloodstream. Supporting your heart also supports your mind. But fatty fish offers much more than omega-3 fatty acids. Salmon, for example, is an outstanding source of vitamin B12. Many adults over 60 don't consume enough B12 or absorb it as efficiently as they once did. Healthy vitamin B12 levels support normal nerve function and help maintain healthy red blood cells that carry oxygen throughout the body. When nerve cells function properly, communication between different parts of the brain becomes more efficient. Fatty fish is also naturally rich in vitamin D. Most people associate vitamin D with bone health, but researchers continue studying its important role in immune function, muscle health, and healthy brain aging. Another fascinating nutrient found in salmon is astaxanthin. This powerful antioxidant gives wild salmon its beautiful pink color. Scientists are investigating how astaxanthin may help protect brain cells from oxidative stress by supporting the tiny energy-producing structures inside each cell. Healthy brain cells require enormous amounts of energy. Protecting those cells helps them continue performing efficiently as we grow older. One of the reasons I recommend enjoying fatty fish during the evening is because your brain performs many of its most important maintenance processes while you're asleep. Providing your body with high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients before a full night's rest gives it access to important building materials while those natural repair processes are taking place. You don't need enormous portions. A serving of about 4 ounces, roughly the size of a deck of cards, is usually plenty. Aim to enjoy fatty fish 2 or 3 evenings each week as part of an overall balanced eating pattern. Simple preparation is often the healthiest. Bake it, grill it, steam it, or lightly pan-sear it using a small amount of olive oil. These cooking methods preserve both flavor and nutritional value without adding unnecessary saturated fats. If fresh fish isn't convenient, don't worry. High-quality canned salmon or sardines packed in water or olive oil can also be excellent choices. Healthy eating should fit comfortably into real life. Imagine sitting down to a light dinner of baked salmon with steamed vegetables and a small serving of brown rice, or enjoying sardines alongside sliced avocado and whole grain crackers. Meals like these aren't complicated. They're simple, satisfying, and filled with nutrients your brain can use throughout the night. One of the things I appreciate most about nutrition science is that it repeatedly reminds us of something very encouraging. Many of the healthiest foods aren't expensive, they aren't trendy, and they certainly don't require a prescription. They're ordinary foods that have been nourishing people for generations. Let's take one more look at everything we've covered so far. Blueberries provide powerful antioxidants that help protect brain cells. Greek yogurt supplies high-quality protein, beneficial bacteria, and nutrients that support healthy sleep. Walnuts contribute healthy fats, vitamin E, and important plant compounds that nourish the brain. Raw honey, enjoyed in moderation, offers natural antioxidants while serving as a healthier alternative to heavily processed sweets. And fatty fish provides DHA, EPA, vitamin B12, vitamin D, complete protein, and several other nutrients that support healthy brain function. None of these foods are miracle cures. They aren't meant to replace medical care. But together, they create a strong nutritional foundation that supports healthy aging and lifelong brain health. The wonderful news is that you don't have to change everything overnight. Choose one habit. Practice it consistently, then build on it. Small improvements repeated day after day often become the biggest victories years later. And before we finish, I'd like to leave you with a few final thoughts that I believe are even more important than any individual food we've discussed tonight. Before we finish tonight, I want to leave you with one thought that I hope stays with you long after this video ends. Your brain doesn't expect perfection. It responds to consistency. Many people spend years searching for a miracle supplement or hoping the next health trend will preserve their memory. But the truth is, the most meaningful improvements often come from simple habits repeated every single day. The foods we've discussed tonight aren't miracle cures. They won't erase years of unhealthy habits overnight. And they certainly aren't a substitute for medical care. But when they're included as part of a balanced lifestyle, they can provide your brain with many of the nutrients it needs to function at its best. Let's quickly look back at what we've covered. Blueberries are rich in powerful antioxidants that help protect brain cells from everyday oxidative stress. Greek yogurt provides high-quality protein, beneficial probiotics, and nutrients that support healthy sleep and overnight repair. Walnuts supply healthy fats, vitamin E, and plant compounds that help nourish the delicate structure of your brain. Raw honey, enjoyed in moderation, offers natural antioxidants while providing a healthier alternative to heavily processed sweets. And fatty fish delivers DHA, EPA, complete protein, vitamin B12, vitamin D, and several other nutrients that help support healthy brain function throughout the aging process. Each of these foods offers something different. Together, they create an evening routine focused on nourishing your brain rather than simply satisfying late-night cravings. But nutrition is only one part of protecting your memory. Your daily habits matter just as much. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep whenever possible. Stay physically active, even if it's only a daily walk around your neighborhood. Challenge your brain by reading books, learning new skills, solving puzzles, or having meaningful conversations with the people you care about. Spend time with family and friends. Manage stress in healthy ways. Keep chronic conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and hearing loss under good control with the guidance of your healthcare provider. And don't ignore persistent changes in your memory. If you notice symptoms that concern you, speak with a qualified medical professional. Early evaluation can be incredibly valuable. One of the greatest misconceptions about aging is that decline happens all at once. It usually doesn't. It happens gradually, through thousands of small moments. Fortunately, the opposite is also true. Health is often built through thousands of small, positive decisions. One nutritious meal, one evening walk, one good night's sleep, one conversation, one healthy habit after another. Those choices may seem ordinary today, but over months and years they become the foundation for a healthier future. I often tell my patients that growing older is one of life's greatest privileges. Growing older while staying mentally sharp, independent, and able to enjoy the people you love is something worth protecting every single day. Your future memory is influenced by the decisions you make tonight. So don't wait for the perfect time. Start with one small change. Maybe tonight you'll enjoy a bowl of plain Greek yogurt with fresh blueberries. Maybe you'll add a handful of walnuts to your evening routine. Or perhaps you'll plan a simple salmon dinner later this week. Whatever you choose, make it realistic. The best habit is the one you can continue tomorrow, and the day after that, and the week after that. Small actions practiced consistently often create the biggest transformations. If today's video gave you a new perspective on caring for your brain, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 bedtime foods are you planning to try first? Have you already been eating any of them? Share your answer in the comments below because your experience may encourage someone else who is beginning this journey toward healthier aging. And while you're there, let me know what health topics you'd like me to cover in future videos. I read your comments carefully, and many of the videos on this channel begin with questions from viewers just like you. If you found today's information helpful, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos about healthy aging, memory, nutrition, heart health, and practical ways to stay active and independent. If someone you love, a parent, grandparent, spouse, sibling, or close friend, could benefit from this information, please share this video with them. Sometimes one thoughtful conversation can inspire a lifetime of healthier choices. Thank you for spending part of your evening with me. I'm Dr. Morgan Andawala, and it's my mission to help you make informed decisions that support your memory, your health, and your quality of life. Until next time, take good care of yourself, keep learning, stay curious, nourish your body with intention, and remember this: your brain works hard for you every single day. Give it the care it deserves tonight, and you'll be investing in a healthier, sharper tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video.